Hey everyone, it's Romer here and welcome back to Forza Hot Wheels. We're gonna race the Hot Wheels Twin Mill, Mustang, and maybe some other cars around some of the Hot Wheel races because Hot Wheels is just such a cool place. I know we've raced Twin Mill before, but I got a second one and upgraded it. I put a wing on it. I think I did wider tires and maybe a few other upgrades, I don't know, but normal Twin Mill is 900 and my upgraded one is a 936, so I don't know, it's just gonna be super crazy. I mean, even the stock Twin Mill is absolutely uncontrollable, but you know, who cares? We're just gonna have fun with it anyways. The twin V8s is just absolutely insanity. Crazy 8s though, that is two inline 8s, and it's a similar idea. Having two engines side by side in the same car. It's a crazy idea, but I love it. Like, how cool would it be to have a two-engine car on the streets? This thing has way too much power for its own good. And rear-wheel drive makes it even... Oh, crap. Veneno, why? I was gonna pass you. This thing has more power than pretty much any other car. Like, I think a Bugatti and a Koenigsegg are the only cars that could beat this thing on horsepower. I think the wing and the tires, though, did help it a lot with cornering. It obviously still doesn't corner as well as a lot of other cars, but it does make all that power more controllable. That red, though, the metallic flake in there, so pretty. I think we've driven Rip Rod and Bone Shaker before, but I don't think we've driven the Hot Wheels Mustang. It was probably because I thought it looked super funky. These splitters everywhere. They're just hanging by little cables, and the paint job, the wheels are painted different colors. The spoiler back there, they painted the back window with that stripe. Like, the paint job, ugly as heck. But apparently this thing is freaking fast. And that's exactly what we're gonna find out. Yeah, it's fast. Holy cow. Geez, so much faster than a stock Mustang. Also, it screams. I think the aero is helping us on the corners a little bit. Holy cow. City's so pretty. We're heading over there. Oh, crap, that's a corner. Oh, shoot. Oh, shoot. We're good. We're good. Whee! Oh, geez. No! I knew... Oh! I knew I was flying into the ocean, but not like that. Holy cow. Oh my gosh, all the cars flying around. Such a Hot Wheels thing. Okay, we gotta take this bank. Come on, bank, help me out. Yes! Let's freaking go. We can go so much faster around those corners with the bank. And we're topped out at 200 miles an hour. Actually, less than 200 miles an hour. I think this thing could use some better gearing. Hot Wheels is a lot faster than a NASCAR track. Oh, dude, that guy got in the way of my lines. No! This dude's gonna get in the way of my lines. Oh, yes! Beautiful! Beautiful, beautiful line right there. Oh, geez. Oh, he passed me. But guess what? We will get him on the bank or not. I think we got wedged is what happened. This car, I don't like the sound of it, and I don't like the looks of it, but it sure as heck functions well. Come on, let's get this good line. Yes, again. First place. Yes. Those lines right there, that was beautiful. We're gonna take the Tesla Model S out real quick. I just want to show the power of electric. Electric motors have instant torque, so they have full power. The instant you put your foot down, they accelerate super fast. So, that's 0 to 60 right there. Very fast. We're gonna crush everyone on this launch right here. Holy cow. Here we go, already 5th place. Electric motors don't have top speed whatsoever. So Teslas, they really don't get going super fast, and more horsepower out of an electric motor really isn't gonna help a whole lot with top speed. Now, Rimac, what they're doing, because they have an electric hypercar, they have 2 gears in their electric car to compensate for the electric motor not being good at high speeds. So they just do one upshift, and then they can get that top speed with gear ratios. Some of you watching this video probably love electric cars, and I absolutely hate them. I can't deal with them because they're silent. I hate that. I hate that there's no shifting. It bugs me so much that my left hand, it's not flipping through gears. I hate that I don't hear revs at all. It bugs me so freaking much. And I've driven a hybrid before in real life, and I literally pressed the button to turn it on, and I thought the car was off. And so I pressed the button again, and I turned the car off. And then I tried going, and then I had to press it again because it was off, and I had to turn it on, and it bugged me so much. I absolutely hate it. I cannot do hybrids or electric cars, not to mention all the arguments that I have against electric cars. What I was just saying just then was just personal preference. I respect what Tesla's doing. Elon Musk, absolute genius, love what he's doing. SpaceX, trying to push for more space exploration, keeping the International Space Station alive. Absolutely love it. Love his mentality about it. Just has a crazy idea and says, I'm gonna do it. I don't care what anyone else says. Absolutely love that. I don't want to argue about why electric cars shouldn't replace gas engines right now because so many people would get triggered, and it would be a very long conversation that would make this episode go way too long, but I do have a lot of different arguments about why electric is not the way of the future. Probably the best two things, though, with the electric motor is the acceleration and regenerative braking. Regenerative braking, though, is super smart because it conserves energy by using the motor in reverse to generate power and brake at the same time. So one, you're not wearing out your brakes as much, and two, you're actually making electricity that you can use to power the car later. And for sports car applications, that electric motor can get that super fast 0 to 60 that gas engines can't really get. And those two things that I just mentioned right there is why the Koenigsegg Regera exists. Not the Agera, the Regera. Christian von Koenigsegg built the Regera because he was daily driving a Tesla, and he absolutely loved the responsiveness of that electric motor, and he wanted to make a car that had the exact same feeling. And so he made a hybrid, taking the power plant from the Agera, and he connected it to a direct drive transmission, quote, transmission. It only has one gear. It's a torque converter. The electric motor is mainly used for the slower speeds, but then later the engine kicks in and gives it that high-end power. So where the electric motor falls off, the gas engine kicks in and it has a really high top speed, and it only has one gear. And so you're questioning, how does it reverse? Well, the electric motor does all of the reversing. The gas engine is not connected to the drive shaft when it's reversing, but it gets the super fast 0 to 60. Like, there's 0 to 60, and then even later, it just takes off like a rocket ship, and you start hearing that engine rev up. When you hear RPM, you feel like there should be shifting in there, but there's not. And so what's really funny is people have driven these cars on the road and they start speeding like crazy because they think that speed has a sound of the engine. So they get to where the sound is of the engine and they're going like 50 miles an hour faster than they should be. It's a really fast hypercar that's a hybrid. And I like their idea of getting rid of the transmission, but no shifting. Once again, it absolutely bugs the bejeepers out of me that I'm not shifting. But the idea and doing something that's never been done before is totally a Koenigsegg thing to do, and that's why we love them. And I love seeing technology being pushed and new things being created instead of just doing the same old thing. And I think they did capture the acceleration and instant power of an electric car. And 250 miles an hour because gas engine helping it out, like, holy crap. This thing is no slouch. Oh, geez. The cool thing with this car is that Koenigsegg, they've taken the direct drive technology and they put it in the Gemera. The Gemera has more powerful electric motors, and it has that direct drive system, but it's not connected to the Regera's twin-turbo V8 anymore. It's connected to a twin-turbo i3. So it's connected to a 3-cylinder. And being a 3-cylinder, it weighs a heck of a lot less and uses a heck of a lot less gas, but still makes plenty of power. And with the electric motors and the gas engine combined, it makes something like 1,700 horsepower, which is freaking insanity. Like, who needs that much horsepower? That thing, if it had a second gear like the Rimax, it would be a 300-mile-an-hour car. Now, I don't really like the design of it. I like the design of the Regera more than the Gemera. We're also backwards. Oh, now we're in the ocean. Cool. One of the things I really like about the Regera's design opposed to the Regera is that the Regera doesn't have all the canards and crazy wings and fancy aero all over it. It's a much more clean and sleek design than the Regera, or especially the 1-to-1. The 1-to-1 has all the wings and canards. It has like 3 canards on the front bumper. That section right there of this track is absolutely insane, getting up to 250 and flying down here and then slamming on the brakes. Very different car and very cool, and props to Koenigsegg for coming up with crazy new ideas. But for me, I will always have a gas engine with a transmission. If you like this one, share with a friend, and if you want to see more like this, hit subscribe. So thank you all so much for watching, and I'll see you next time.